Welcome back to Project Nexus. I'm laughing at myself for throughout the last video being like, yeah, I'm just gonna record one. I'll wait and see what you guys think, to just deciding, nah, this game is really fun and well made and deserves to have a mini series dedicated to it. You know, I've done full coverage of plenty of other Flash games and series. It would be weird to only do this one partially. 1D, the Barracks. With Nexus units reeling from the satellite blackout, we may now launch a stealth strike directly against their most precious and plentiful resource, their manpower. Kill them all. It's a little dark, a little intense, a little extreme. Ooh, I like the switch up to a more open environment. I think that just oh. I guess most of Madness takes place indoors, you know, mostly. I kind of liked the change of pace to think that, oh yeah, we're going to be in more of an open field here for at least a short period of time. I thought that seemed kind of cool. Ooh, I love the feeling of yanking him, but the high ground means nothing when you got a big old hook on a rope. You got nothing against that. There's a reason Scorpion's been using that as his go-to weapon for decades. Yeah, decades. I had to stop and think, how old is Mortal Kombat? There's no way to drop this, right? Because I would like to have the option to have 2 weapons plus the hook. It's the tiniest bit limiting to only have the one. It's fine. It's fine. I have enough enough options, enough firepower that I can honestly say I'm not too stressed about it. The fact that nothing slows me down, even for a second, yeah, I think we can go ahead and determine that it's not a big concern. What you got stashed away for us? Yeah, I do like the gun I'm holding, but I like the looks of something that's longer than my torso a lot better. The frequency with which I do that is insane. Hygiene is keen, but then it has a gun. A filthy gun is a worthless gun. We're cleaning our guns, not ourselves. Everyone is important. Oh, it's always impossible to read these. The individual is to be trampled for the good of his peers. At all times, be prepared to sacrifice yourself. So it's rather than an all for one, one for all, it's one for all, but no one's gonna have your back. All of you are disposable. You all matter, but only matter in the sense that you contribute to a cause greater than yourself. Individually, you are nothing. That is not important. You all matter in the sense that you're contributing to the whole. I think there's something really funny about the mixed propaganda that we have going on to create that little bit of manipulation. This shotgun just melts through enemies in an incredibly satisfying way. It's just difficult to line it up properly. Alright, this is my final go around with it. Gotta make it count. 2 and 1. Can you get any more than that? I'm sure you can. There's odds are that you can. I just failed to actually pull it off. Oh, the scripted pistol whips when they get close to you are kind of among my favorite features. Because the fact that it's automated means I don't even have to do it, and I just end up looking cool and competent naturally. And yeah, so anything a game can do to assist me in feeling cool, that's great. Going into the wrong doors, unfortunately, nothing really helped me out there. I ended up looking about as foolish as I felt. Give me that gun. I'm gonna punch my way through to acquiring that. I don't know, some sort of deagle or something. I don't know enough about weapons. Damn it. There's 4 buttons in this game, and I mixed them up anyways. I can't go combing for ammo, can I? Because I really would love to. I'd love to use that gun a heck of a lot more than I just did. Because it was dope. There must have been so many distinct, unique animations. And I guess you would only have to make it once for one character. And then how you look holding one gun versus a single handgun versus a big gun versus a melee weapon and stuff. Then you just swap out assets for like the heads and everything. But then there's a variety of different ways you attack with every weapon, and recoil, and are injured, and dodge and things. And to have all of that so meticulously penned into this game, like, within minutes of playing it, obviously I was going to play the whole thing. It kind of, you know, I appreciate so deeply what they're doing with the sequel and the way they've scaled all this up to 3D. And it's like just beyond impressive. Absolutely. But at the same time, you come back to the 2D game and it, like, so many more of the basic ideas and functionality, like the tack bar and stuff, that was all here, like, before then, which is so impressive. Like, Flash can do a lot, but this is, like, among one of the most complex games I've maybe played in Flash. Speaking with Brad Bourne, who made Fancy Pants, for, like, an interview we did, he talked about, and it's kind of like a well-understood thing with people who make Flash games, the best thing Flash did was act as, like, a prototype. Like a space where you can test out any idea you have quickly. Like, really quickly prototype it, see how it might look, and then scale it up from there. And they absolutely did that in this game. They got, like, the foundations, excellent ideas, cool story, switching between characters, all of it. Everything that makes Madness Madness. And then they're like, okay, now what if you made that a full release? How dope is that? This gun packs a hell of a punch. I'm a fan. As it just disintegrates heads. You know, it's doesn't happen every time. But when all of a sudden, like, 2 for 2 things you shoot are now headless, yeah, I think it's doing its job well. I continually find guns. I'm like, this is it. This is my favorite gun. This is the one I want to use for everything now. Let me just keep this gun. Don't let me find ammo for it. Don't make me switch. But then there's something very thematically appropriate for this series and everything, that you are just, like, constantly switching weapons and, like, making use of whatever's available to you. And so in that sense, I'm not disappointed. And it forces me to test out new weapons. Otherwise, I would have... I'd still be using whatever it was, like, the second thing I ever found. And I was like, yeah, this is it. This is the best weapon. Clearly, it can't get better than this. Let me use this forever. It's the best there's ever going to be. Those golden weapons, though. It doesn't matter that it's essentially only the color. I do not think that it modifies the power of the weapon or anything. But if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. Maybe it is more powerful. I don't even know. Most guns are one-shot. The difficulty of enemy I'm fighting, very rarely does it actually come down to anything else more than one shot. I'm just now just for the fun of it, and because good-looking weapons keep dropping, I'm, like, intentionally swapping between weapons at a high rate. There's, like, a badass, like, sniper or something that landed over here that I'm trying to get my hands on. Not a sniper, whatever that is. I don't know, guns. Some sort of automatic something or other. That was chaos. I guess realistically it's madness. But that was like the most covered the floor possibly could have been. Those are, the bodies hit the floor is what happened. Drowning Pool would be proud. The recon hut. With the communication tower down and the barracks totally obliterated, the Nexus has been forced to adapt. Engineers have been dispatched to convert a nearby recon hut into a new comm tower. Disable the facility. Are we ever going to have a time where we have 4 people on hand? I guess probably, or else they wouldn't really, like, have that there, right? And I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. I think I kind of prefer Deimos. Just the hook is crazy fun, but I like playing as Deimos just because you have the ability to swap between 2 weapons. So I'm going to stick with that. The engineers, I'm pretty sure those are, like, the yellow-blooded guys. Or the ones that wear, like, crazy, like, paintball masks and things. So we're going to start getting some switched out, or, like, yeah, we're getting some switched out enemy types. There must be some way to lower these spikes around here. Better start looking. How about the only other door available? That seems like a good place to start. If I had to choose, that's gonna be the first place I look. God, they're really stacked up at the top here, weren't they? I lost track of myself immediately. I just started kind of pivoting around, doing little shuffle, little madness, tippy tap shuffle with their goofy little feet. Their clogs. Kind of looks like they're wearing clogs. That's what I pictured. These are the guys. Yellow blood, presumably more health, more damage, more difficult. Everything you'd expect, basically. Just an upgraded enemy. They even have their own tack bars. So you've really got to focus fire on them so that they don't have an opportunity to, like, recover their tack bar at any point. I feel like that's bound to be critical. I think this gun is fun and satisfying. I guess I'll stick with it for a minute. I might as well clear the room using the guns that I have. And then I'll go searching for something new. Christmas time, pick of the litter, do whatever I want, see what fits my mood. I'm appreciating the hooking greatly there, because honestly that wasn't going so hot for me. I would say that was not my best performance. A little like Uzi type looking submachine, something or other. I don't know, the guns that pop straight out of the lockers are usually worth it. There's too many options all of a sudden. Infinite. Wonder what that did. Better head back. Yeah, you only had one thing in mind that you're specifically trying to achieve. I wonder if it worked. Zero ammo, you know. As much as I love it, I think this thing might be a grenade launcher. And if that's the case, then you might be a golden gun. But if you're not launching grenades, then then yeah, I'm sorry, you're outclassed. I'm gonna hang on to that for a minute, maybe until I'm on flat ground. It seems hard to use on the stairs. This thing packs a punch. It like has some really serious oomph behind every little shot you take. It seems the activated terminal lowered those spikes. Yeah. There wasn't many other things it could have done. It's probably a pretty good guess. We didn't hear any like audible self-destruct sequences taking place. Oh, one guy with a hat. I wish I could just pick up his hat. That'd be really fun if you could start raiding people's gear as well. I guess that would slow down the game. Even just describing it. It sounds boring. I don't want that. We have a sword and a gun I don't care about. Grenade launcher it is. Oh god, look at his like final death there. He goes like clawing around. Oh, that ran out so fast. It was fun while it lasted. Like, genuinely such a joy. There's some really drawn out death animations that like most times there's too much going on for me to stop and really appreciate on a real deep level. No, there was a few points there where we really got to stop and watch. What's for sale here? An amp and speakers, a bag of jelly beans, something is crossed out, a violin, and a duffel bag. It seems like a pretty random assortment. I don't even know if those are like Madness relevant or anything like that. I really wanted to sword the guy making his way up the stairs. I thought that would have been awesome. Oh, I got zoomed in on. That messed me up good. Oh, I'm holding nothing. Oh god. Gotta change gear. Worth it. Always worth the golden gun. Yeah, just line yourselves up like that. That's fantastic for me. Beauty. Beauty. Just keep them coming. Never stop stopping. just keep doing what you're doing. That's all I mean to ask. Simple favor, really. If you guys can hold up your end of the bargain, I'll hold up my end by delivering bullets straight to the brains of anyone who comes looking. I wonder if they might have legitimately calculated like different weights into these guns and everything. This one has sights. I have to imagine that actually affects like accuracy and things. It really does seem like this game cared enough to like put things like that into the game, you know? Don't mind me. I'll just stand guard here. Just have a little, like, cute little pivot point. I'll just swap up weapons pretty casually. You guys come meet me in the middle here. We'll trade a few fun stories. Oh, yes, please. So long, guns. 2 little itty bitties, please. I want to feel like I'm Will Smith in Men in Black, especially with the mini one. The first, I believe it's the first Men in Black, when he's first getting trained, and K gives J like the dinkiest gun ever. This is it. This is my ultimate weapon. So long to any of the showy big FU guns that exist in this game. What I truly care about is just the compact, discreetness. That's like one of those guns that people, I don't know when it became like a trope or whatever, that people hide like guns up their sleeve and like a little mechanical thing puts the gun in their hand and they shoot, and it's a way you like hide and sneak guns. At some point that became a thing, and it's like not new or exciting or anything anymore. That would be the perfect gun for it. I like alternating. I kind of prefer Deimos just so I can have 2 weapons, but I like alternating the characters, and the hook is fun. It's still fun. It's not fun. Intercepted transmissions. Wait. Yeah, it's not fun. I got confused on my own double negative. Intercepted transmissions report the deployment of a new Golem MK1 unit for training at the Nexus stronghold. Infiltrate the facility to learn what you can and eliminate this new threat. You know, I read the mission statements, but I think pretty much what my brain pulls out of that is, go kill everything. Okay? And I read it and I think to myself, okay. And then that's about the end of that transaction. You know what? The gun you start with is really good, but I threw this one away possibly before I even got to use it in the previous mission. So I kind of do want to grab this guy up and just demo it out a little bit. Yeah, it seems good. Seems effective. Seems like a typical gun. Shoots bullets, makes holes. I didn't expect anything more from it, and, you know, I wasn't disappointed. Pistol whipping one of, like, the fully armored weapons was maybe, you know, that's one way to go about it. Probably not the most efficient. Just in case there was anyone down the hall there. That was me getting a head start on them. Ooh, what do they have to say about us? Sanford, Class 3-8 threat to Nevada, terminate on site with extreme prejudice, and the exact same for Deimos. They're the same threat level and all that. I just had the most insane moment of deja vu. This is wild. I recorded this game for the channel once. I made one video. I was not happy with it. I thought it was kind of clunky and didn't come together very well. I couldn't think of what to say, ever. Now I just spew every thought that comes to my mind. But I kind of like, I was like, that video was bad. But I'll make another one. I'll make another one. And I think I'll just pick up where I left off and it's fine. I'll get through it. I'm learning, I'm practicing, I'm learning the ropes of YouTube. I was pretty green to all of it. And so I started recording a second episode and like realized that the first one was corrupted anyways. I like didn't record it properly or what have you. It was something that was my fault. And I just quit. I was like, whatever, fine. I won't play this game, I guess. That's back in like 2017, mind you. It's ages ago. Now, yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what it was about that exact moment that just put me back in that headspace. I'm gonna take the big Bowie knife. Call me David. You know what? It's not even that big. There are bigger hunting knives out there. Call that a knife? I do. It's just not the most exciting. And toss it. Oh, I totally clipped that guy. It's just too bad he didn't die. Too bad. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Not that. But the occasional thrown projectile. Do you know what's one thing Madness is lacking? And it's just really not what the game is all about. The game is about massive violence, big badasses, I guess, and having things like infinite guns and things But I was just thinking, like, there's never bow and arrows and things. It'd be funny if there was a mission where you just were limited in that way, and that was, like, all you had to go off of. I just had a thought. Do I have to, like, yank his armor off? I don't know if it would be anything that complex, or if it's literally just a matter of using as much weapons on him as possible. Don't punch my friend. I won't allow it. Now you've got me to answer to. I don't have a gun. Oh shit! I really think there's like a trick to this, or something I'm supposed to be doing that I just am not. The golden gun. Give it here. This is what I want. This is gonna be my trick. It didn't do shit. The game is really indicating to me that nothing I'm doing is working. Like I'm getting no indication. That was a sick dodge. So now I'm just waiting for someone to show up with a grenade launcher while I dodge around, because that's my new theory. I think that's probably a pretty safe bet. Oh, he's going melee. It was hammer bros. Everyone's going hammers. All right, I could go hammer. You want to go hammer a little bit? I could call it hammer time. That went very poorly. I think I will not attempt to go one-on-one with this thing. Instead, I'll just keep doing my little flips. This section might be infinite. I'm now suspicious that it's waiting for me to do something. That I'm sitting here waiting, and the game is waiting for me. What if can I like blow things up in the corner? I don't think there's anything to be shot. That's a lot of guns that are out of ammo. Not a lot of them do any good anymore. I'm trying to like learn from my buddy. He's just shooting. He's not trying to do anything like new or interesting. I figured, I guess, like, turn him around. There's clearly like a vulnerable spot in the back part of his head there, right? Like that's where I'm supposed to be shooting, probably. Get out of my way. I'm trying something out here. Focus your attention elsewhere. Damn it. That little bit in the back of the head. Why does no one else in this universe do this? Just pack yourself up with this invincible armor. Shoot him in the eyeballs, maybe? In the hand? In the feet? If this indestructible shit exists, why is no one else ever using it? Why is everyone not just covered head to toe in it? Where do I get access? There's a lot of dead guys on the ground. I misclicked a little bit and I ended up sending myself back to the menu. Oh god, can any gun be gold? That's unreal. I thought it was more like preset than that. That means there's like a fair amount of randomization going on in this game. Maybe there's stuff like 3 grunts, 2 agents, and 1 engineer spawn in, but like precisely how they're dressed and the weapons they're carrying has like some variability to it. Basically, the one thing I didn't do against this guy is to go like melee with my hook. And I have to assume the idea is to like hook that thing off of his face. But then, what would happen if I was playing as Deimos during this mission? Like, I don't, that's one thing I really don't understand, actually. I don't know how screwed I would be in that scenario. Stab and bash him up, there we go. Oh my god, dude. So hard to kill, I ended up resetting my entire mission. No, thank you. Oh god, he just keeps having more life. Doesn't matter if he has armor or not, he's just eating these bullets and shitting them out. Like, come on. Oh god, now he's just punching me around though. Oh, I'm getting ragdolled. This is embarrassing. Get me out of here. Try and finish him off from a distance. What am I doing getting up close there? No, thank you. What the hell, man? Press on. That was a long time spent dealing with that. Yeah, this is the type of gun I would like right now, please. That was a long time spent figuring out that one tiny goofy little thing. I would like you to balance that out by handing me the biggest FU of a weapon that you could possibly put in my hands right now. Yeah, that really calms the nerves. I don't feel so bad about it anymore. Now I think I'm doing just fine. Never underestimate Hank. I mean, yeah, that son of a bitch has killed a million of you guys. Just unstoppably so. So yeah, I would say if you hadn't figured that out for yourselves just yet, if you thought somehow you were going to be the grunt who was just going to Leroy Jenkins his way into a battle against Hank J. Wimbledon and just put an end to him once and for all, generic grunt or agent, yeah, you got another thing coming. That's, you're really setting yourselves up for failure with that sort of expectation. I'll take a pipe. I think, mix things up a little bit, go for a little bit of melee bashing, practice my home run, maybe a little bit of a follow through for golf. Gotta get ready for that off season. Because apparently storming facilities is a seasonal activity. You gotta be prepared. You gotta have hobbies. You get awful bored if you spend all your time on this one thing. Throwing that pipe at him from such a near distance was absurd, but I enjoyed it. Just trying to open lockers. We got some spazzy things going on with some of the doors of some of the lockers there. I'll take the big gun, thanks. If it's a choice. If that's within my hands. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the big one. Freebie. It's a simple one. Honestly, I never pay attention to how many times you go up or down. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to change weapons. But it does make me wonder, how many stories tall are all these buildings? They always build really high. Maybe they build low. I'm kind of curious. I very rarely get to witness... Oh, he stole the big gun I was using. I very rarely get to witness whether or not it seems like we're going down, 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 or up, up, up. These things never have windows. You gotta worry about the health and happiness and mental well-being of your agents, whoever primary antagonist is. They're never gonna stick with you if you're treating them that poorly, locking them up in these bunker-like things where they basically are just sitting around waiting to get killed by elite soldiers like that. Like, yeah, no wonder. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they're willing to lay down their lives for you, is all I'm saying. I would put down my gun, walk out the back door, and never come back. I think I would tender my resignation in that moment, you know? Thank you guys all so much for watching. We have a couple more to go. I'm kind of assuming that the final one is like a big, extra long level, so I think it should fit into 3 quite well. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.